The 2025 NASCAR season just ended a few weeks ago, and already we have drama going into the 2026 season. Like we've talked about here on the channel, NASCAR is taking steps to make the on-track product better than it's been in previous years. Giving the cars more power for one, even going as far as to test cars without a diffuser is another. In addition to all of that, they're also getting rid of the absolutely god-awful playoff format and its one-and-done championship race format. NASCAR's also made huge news for 2026 with the announcement that Ram will be returning to the Craftsman Truck Series. And in the worst kept secret in all of motorsports, if Ram is returning to the Truck Series, it's only a matter of years before Dodge returns to the Cup Series. And Kaulig Racing is going to head up the Ram program, running a total of 5 trucks in the 2026 Craftsman Truck Series. And they've already confirmed 3 of their drivers. You have Brandon Butterbean Queen, Daniel Dye, and Justin Haley. And as I'm sure you've just noticed, that is 3 drivers, but who's going to be driving the other 2 trucks in Kaulig's stable? Well, one of those remaining trucks are going to be driven by what Kaulig is calling their free agent driver. So what this effectively is Kaulig will be giving, say, a young up-and-coming driver a chance to drive a NASCAR truck, or it'll be giving a driver who drives in a different race discipline. And to keep things fresh and a little bit mysterious, they won't be announcing who's driving the truck in a given race until that race's weekend. So that's 4 trucks down, and none of which seem overly dramatic, and that's where the 5th car comes into play. Now, it is worth noting at this point that no confirmations have come from pretty much anyone about the 5th truck. However, most people seem to agree that it's going to be what's known as an all-star truck. And what that pretty much means is that they're probably going to have some cup drivers come in, they're going to have some part-timers come in and drive it, and, well, where the drama comes in is 2 of the drivers linked to this potential all-star truck are Kasey Kahne and Tony Stewart. And on the face of it, this all seems incredibly cool. Kasey Kahne, he hasn't raced in NASCAR since 2018. It'd be cool to see him back behind the wheel of whatever, including a Ram truck. And then, of course, you have Tony Stewart, whose resume pretty much speaks for itself. He is a name that if he is racing in the Truck Series in a given weekend, seeing as how he hasn't raced in NASCAR in over 9 years, that's a guy that turns the needle and turns a truck race on a Friday night into something you might watch, into something you're probably going to make time to sit down and at least check out. However, some people want no part of this quote-unquote all-star truck, especially if someone like Stewart or Kahne is driving. They're labeling it nostalgia bait and that it might tarnish Tony Stewart's NASCAR racing legacy, to which I say, no, it won't. Here's the thing. Tony Stewart has a laundry list of accomplishments in a whole bunch of different forms of motorsport. While he may currently be drag racing, he's obviously a cup champion in NASCAR. He races sprint cars. He was a really good IndyCar driver before transitioning to NASCAR. And in addition to all of that, he's also driven in some endurance races like the 24 Hours of Daytona. If Stewart wants to lace it up and drive a few races, 5, 6, whatever the number will allow, I'm here for it. I think it can only be beneficial for the Craftsman Truck Series and NASCAR as a whole.